Honorable President of India, distinguished dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, dear children, good afternoon to all of you. The inauguration of the landmark initiative of commissioning of first phase of Solarization Project in President's Estate is to take place shortly. At the start of today's function, I request Rashtrapati Sinha, CEO and MD, Tata Power Delhi Distribution Limited, for his introductory remarks.
Good afternoon, Namaskar, Honorable President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee ji, Mrs. Amita Paul, Secretary to President, Dr. Thomas Matthew, Additional Secretary to President, Dr. P.V. Ramesh, Chairman and Managing Director, Rural Electrification Corporation, Dr. Dinesh Arora, Executive Director, REC, dignitaries on the dais, senior officials of President House, REC, Tata Power, and various other companies, dear children, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Tata Group and Tata Power Delhi Distribution, I welcome you all to this important event. In the last few years, major initiatives have been taken in the President's state under the guidance of Honorable President in areas such as creating smart cities covering public services and public utilities, rooftop solar projects on various buildings, energy audit of main buildings such as the Ashoka Hall and the Bar Hall. The objective of all these initiatives have been to demonstrate the leadership of President's state in energy conservation, energy efficiency, and use of renewable energy, especially rooftop solar. Today is an important day when our Honorable President will inaugurate 7 solar plants with a total installed capacity of 668 kilowatt. The existing connected load of President's state is 1 megawatt, about 1000 kilowatt, and 668 will come now from the solar panels. The solar plant will generate nearly 1 million units of power per year, which will help in reducing carbon footprints of around 316 million metric ton per year, which is a big support in contributing towards climate change. I would like to also thank the Rural Electrification Corporation for their financial support, REC PDCL for project management, TPDDL for technology partnership, and the solar plant supplier Jackson for installing the solar plant. I would also like to place on record my special thanks to Mrs. Amita Paul, Secretary to the President, who conceptualized the whole program about 7 months back and gave us the mandate to set up the solar plants over here. Also Mr. Sudhanshu Niranjan for monitoring this continuously so that we could complete it in a record time of 4 months. I am sure energy conservation and energy efficiency initiatives and the rooftop solar projects undertaken in the President's state will send a very strong signal and message to lakhs of people in the country to use clean energy, green energy, to light up their lives non-stop. The message that is there is Bijli Bachao, Paryavaran Bachao, Desh Badhao. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now I request Dr. Dinesh Arora, CEO REC PDCL, for his remarks, please.
Respected His Excellency, the Honorable President of India, respected Secretary to the President, Additional Secretary, IFA, CMD REC, Shri Pravir Sinha, my colleagues of various organizations, friends, and dear children. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of REC and REC PDCL, who have been instrumental along with Tata Power under the guidance of Secretary to the President for implementing the first phase of solar grid. 3 things if I would like to highlight here on this occasion. 1, this is perhaps the lowest rate discovered for solar power panels across the country. The reserve price was 3.75 crore and we could do it in 60% of the cost, 2.23 crore. Second, this being a privileged aesthetic building, we have taken special measures that no bolting was done on the roof, special ballast structures were put so that the aestheticness of the building remains. And thirdly, 24/7 real-time monitoring through a web portal. Sir, ma'am, something very, on a personal note, very nostalgic to me. My father, he's a civil engineer who had in 1972 invented turbines when he was working in Pong Dam and got a President Award from the Rashtrapati Ji, V.V. Giriji. So he's sitting there today, and I'm sure he will be very happy to see his son after 45 years sharing the dais with the Honorable President and Honorable Secretary to the President. And I would like to thank His Excellency, the Madam, and especially my CMD, REC, Shri Sinha, and all other staff for giving this occasion, momentous occasion to me, and acknowledge the role of everyone, including the Director, Rashtrapati Bhavan, and all staff who have been instrumental in making this project a success. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Arora. I now request Dr. P.V. Ramesh, Chairman and MD, REC, to invite the Honorable President for the inauguration of the solar projects and also brief this distinguished gathering about these projects.
Excellency, Honorable President of India, Madam Secretary to the President, Additional Secretary, my colleague, Mr. Sinha, Dr. Arora, Mr. Sharma, distinguished guests, staff of the Rashtrapati Bhavan, friends, colleagues, and children, very good morning. And it's a great honor, sir, Honorable President, for to have been given this opportunity to Rural Electrification Corporation, which is a public financial institution, an opportunity to establish this 670 kilowatt capacity grid, which would connect the rooftop solar of the Rashtrapati Bhavan. We are honored to be associated with this. Through this project, the Honorable President of India demonstrates his commitment to clean and green energy. And it also heralds the beginning of the ambitious journey to add 175 gigawatts of clean and green energy by 2022. And we in REC reiterate our commitment to be stakeholders in that endeavor. I would like to take this opportunity, sir, to express my sincere gratitude for the outstanding support, guidance, cooperation received from Madam Paul, Secretary, and her colleagues, and without which we would not have been able to achieve this milestone. It's an honor to be associated, sir. We are also committed to support such projects, especially the Smart Gram project, for which REC would support 2 crores for installation of solar power in the villages, sir. We have done this entire project through our subsidiary REC PDCL, as Dr. Arora has mentioned, at a cost of 2.23 crores. And this is the cheapest power at 43.9 paisa per watt. And at this juncture, I have the privilege to request the Honorable President of India to inaugurate the solar panel that's been installed, sir. Thank you very much, Excellency. I just would take few minutes to take you through through what is being installed. There are 7 project sites in the presidential estate which are being covered. One is the market area, the sewage treatment plant, the museum, the Vidyalaya, the garage, the President's motor garage, and the cultural center. This together makes it 670 kilowatts. This can be monitored in real time, 24/7. And this is the power being generated right now at the museum. And this is the Sarvodaya Vidyalaya School It also shows the solar power as well as the power that is being generated, which closely follow each other on a good day. And this is in the market area, the sewage treatment plant, the garage, and this has a total capacity of 678 kilowatts, sir. This would generate 9.50 lakh units per year. And just to mention that this has been executed by REC PDCL, which is REC subsidiary, at a cost saving of almost 1.5 crores. And this is among the cheapest of the prices per unit of 43.90, the benchmark being 73, sir. And this has 24/7 monitoring system. Thank you very much, Excellency and Madam. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ramesh. I now request Secretary to the President, Madam Srimati Amita Paul, for her remarks, please.
Honorable President, sir, Dr. Thomas Matthew, Additional Secretary to the President, Dr. P.V. Ramesh, Chairman and Managing Director, REC, Shri Dinesh Arora, CEO, REC Power Distribution Company, Shri Praveer Sinha, CEO and MD, Tata Power Delhi Distribution Limited, distinguished guests, and my dear students. I extend a warm welcome to all of you to the inauguration ceremony of commissioning of first phase of Rooftop solar power project in the President's estate. With the completion of the first phase of the Rooftop project, we have a capacity of generation of 670 kilowatts of solar power in the 7 buildings which have been covered so far. All these locations are connected to the grid through the net metering. President's estate is a large campus of more than 320 acres and a population of 6,000 people. So our energy consumption is quite high. We spend almost 20 crore rupees every year on our electricity bills. Through the savings from the solar power generation, we'll be able to save at least 85 lakh rupees per year in electricity bills. This will also lead to the cut in carbon footprint by 315 million tons. We are also in the process of replacing all the existing street lights in the public buildings with LED lights. So far, the street lights which have been replaced by LED lights are saving us more than rupees 20 lakhs per year in electricity bills. Once we have been able to replace all the lights in the main building and other areas, we should be able to save about rupees 62 lakhs. These two measures will lead to a saving of 1.6 crore rupees every year in our electricity bills. These initiatives in the President's estate flow from the vision of the Rashtrapati ji to make the President Estate Township a smart township, which is a heritage, high-tech, and happy township, and a model which can be followed elsewhere. We have taken a large number of initiatives in the last 4 years, and President declared the campus as smart in May last year. We have a sewage treatment plant which recycles 20 lakh liters per day and has helped us to restore the green cover in the campus. We have a network of drip irrigation systems, which is very economic on water usage. We are using a significant portion of our water for horticulture from the recycled water that we get here. We are now trying to, as the President had said in July when he launched the Smart Gram project, where he adopted 5 villages in Haryana to be converted into smart villages. We are now trying to replicate our experience in Rashtrapati Bhavan to the villages in different parts of Haryana, and we are very hopeful that with the cooperation of our collaborators, Tata Solar being one of them and REC, we will be able to make very rapid change. In the last 6 months, we have been able to really do some very remarkable work, which is being noticed all around. I congratulate, earlier in the day, I had the occasion to see the paintings which have been done by the children and the award-winning exhibits which were there, and they were given prizes. I congratulate these young boys and girls who are doing excellent work, and I'm sure that they will go ahead in life with the kind of skills which are being imparted to them by the efforts of Roshni and Tata Solar people. I'd like to place on record my sincere thanks to Rural Electrification Corporation, REC PDCL, Tata Power Distribution, and Roshni for partnering with us to make Rashtrapati Bhavan a clean and green place, and for training our young residents in healthy and green practices. Thank you.
It is my privilege to now request the Honorable President of India to kindly address the gathering.
Srimati Amita Paul, Secretary to the President, Dr. Thomas Matthew, Additional Secretary, Dr. P.V. Ramesh, Chairman, Managing Director, REC, Sri Dinesh Arora, CEO, REC Power Distribution Corporation Company Limited, Sri Praveen Sinha, CEO and MD, Tata Power Delhi Distribution Limited. Dear children, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very pleasant occasion for me to be present amidst you this morning, very bright morning, bright sunshine. And I think it is the appropriate occasion to start the solar energy panel which we want to have in Rashtrapati Bhavan. As Secretary Mrs. Paul have pointed out, that Rashtrapati Bhavan is just not the residence of the head of the government and constitutional protector of the Republic of India. But there are a lot of other activities, and in connection with that, a small township has grown within the estate, and we require a lot of energy. As when the children were performing, it came to my mind, many years ago I saw a small film that was also played by the children. It was about the maritime resources. So a fish, small fish was complaining to a big fish that you people are eating everything what is available. What are you leaving for us? Though it was put by a child, but that is the question which the entire humanity is to answer today. What is for the future? What is for the generation to come? How they would survive? The small play which you have displayed here, that we have eaten energy, wanton destructions of environment has caused a problem where some people are using much more than what they need. And as a consequence, the others are deprived. Right now, when I am speaking to you, there are more than 300 million people in India. More than 300 million who have no access to any form of electricity. Our major sources are fossil fuels, whether it is coal, whether it is petroleum. Most of the sources of our energy which we are producing, which is an essential ingredient for development. Any act of development requires energy. And those who do not have access to energy, they are backward. They are far behind. Therefore, on the one hand, our challenge is to give access to these 300 million people to some sort of energy. And on the other hand, we cannot allow. We have already caused enough harm, and ultimately good sense prevailed. India signed the Paris Agreement of climate change. Many other countries have signed and made commitment. For that commitment to save energy, to substitute conventional energy sources by renewable energy sources. Therefore, this is a serious challenge, and this challenge is to be accepted by us. I am happy that my colleagues, they have started in Rashtrapati Bhavan, and all the important areas, 7 panels they pointed out. These are the energy consuming areas. And if we can substitute the energy requirement through the solar energy sources, which in India we have huge quantity of sun rays. And if we can convert that, it is not causing any harm to the environment. It is renewable. Sources are not exhausted. Therefore, both environmental protection, preventing climate degradation, and at the same time using energy. This is the future order which we are starting today. And our ambition is to produce up to 100 gigawatt of solar power by the year 2022. We are talking in 2017. That means after just 5 years, we shall have to reach the target of 100 gigawatt. Therefore, I welcome this initiative, and I am happy that I could associate myself with this pleasant function, and particularly I saw some of the stalls in the exhibition, the innovations, ideas which are coming from the young mind, boys and girls, are truly encouraging. And perhaps older generation can feel that whatever sins they have committed by wanton destructions of climate and environment will be compensated by the generations to come. and I wish them all success in these efforts. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, young children. I applaud your creativity and encourage you to carry on. Always put questions. Always go after searching. Always ask why. Don't accept anything as granted, be it your teacher, be it your parents. Questions must be asked till you satisfy yourselves that yes, my queries, my questions have been answered to my satisfaction. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Now I request Shri Niranjan Kumar Sudhanshu, Director, President, Secretariat, to present a vote of thanks.
Honorable President of India, Secretary to the President, dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. It's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks today. The completion of phase 1 of installation of rooftop solar panel is a landmark event for the President's state as well as for the country. It signals the commitment of the highest office of the country to work towards environmental sustainability by promoting green technologies. And this commitment flows from the vision of Honorable Rashtrapati Ji, who is an inspiration for all of us. I thank Rashtrapati Ji for guiding all of us towards working for a better tomorrow. My sincere thanks to the Secretary to the President, who has been a constant pillar of support for all the innovative initiatives in the President's state. Thank you, ma'am, for your encouragement. I thank Dr. Thomas Matthew, Additional Secretary to the President, and Sri Siddharth Sharma, IFA, for guiding us in meticulously planning and executing all the projects in the President's state. A very special thanks to the team REC, led by Dr. P.V. Ramesh, for financially supporting the solar project in President's state. I thank you, sir, for partnering us in Smart Gram initiative also. I must thank Sri Dinesh Arora, CEO REC PDCL, for executing and monitoring the solar project in President's state in stipulated time and providing all the technical support. Special thank is also due to Sri Pravir Sinha, CEO Tata Power Delhi Distribution Limited. As the prime mover of the project, his team worked really hard to conceptualize the project and bring it to the state of execution. I thank the team from Jackson Engineers and Pasetia Power for working under constraint to complete the commissioning of the solar project in time. I thank the representatives from the Green Job Sector Skill Council, Central Electronics Limited, Bureau of Energy Efficiency, Energy Efficiency Services Limited, Grow Diesel, IIT Delhi, Fire Angel, Def Mart, Konark Energy Solutions for displaying their products and concepts in the exhibition today. I also thank the media and the Office of the Press Secretary for coverage of the event. I must thank the teams from CPWD, NIC, CPH, e-governance and Sarvodaya Vidyalaya for providing all the support for the function today. Thank you all.